Yeah, here's the map for the campaign I'm playing. And yeah, as you can see on the map, the starting position of the 122nd Rifle Division is towards Alakurtti and then to Salla, where they were at the 9th of December. And then there was a two-prong attack to get over the river, which I cannot pronounce right now. So I will try to play this in a loose manner. So I can't tell you right now when you get the next battle, but I will fight it out until the Soviets reach their destination point on the 16th or the 17th of December. So we will start at Alakurtti, which is the board I will show you soon. The Soviets will get a fresh platoon for every battle, and the Finns only have 2 10-man squads as reinforcements. I think it's okay to give the Soviets every 2 days a battle to reach their destination point. So let's make it the 20th of December, so they have 10 battles to take. I have to figure out how many battles I will fight or how many tables I will build. But as an indication, I take the blue lines on the map. So there are 6 blue lines, and I think we can take these as a reference for some fighting. That's the plan. You have seen the map. Now I show you the board. So here is the board for the first game of this campaign. The Soviets will start on this end of the board, and the Finns will defend more or less the village there. We are still a little bit away from Alakurtti, so we are not quite there, and we are just behind the border. The first game of this campaign will be a delaying action, and after that we have always attack and defend, with the Soviets as attacker and the Finns as defender. What to say about the board? We have some fencing and some buildings. The fences provide soft cover. The patches of wood provide soft cover, and you only can see 4 inches in it, but you can't see through it. The buildings provide hard cover, and the same is for this for the logs. They are lying all here over the place. That's it. Here is the Finnish platoon for this campaign. Overall in charge is Carl, Karl is the chosen name from Dennis Frank, one of our Patreons. And he has an additional senior leader to assist him. And then he's in charge of 4 infantry sections. 2 of them consist of 2 teams, one with 4 rifles and the other with 4 rifles and an SMG. And the junior leader itself has a rifle. And then is the second section, also 4 rifle, junior leader with rifle and 4 riflemen and an SMG, a submachine gun. And then we have 2 sections with a light machine gun and the rifleman, a junior leader with rifle and 3 additional riflemen. And there is the 4th one, which is the same as the 3rd one. The LMG, the additional rifleman, the junior leader with rifle and 3 additional riflemen. So, and as replacements, Karl can get 20 men, but not at all together. He only can order some of them, and he can order them after game number 3, number 5, so every uneven number of games. But when the men are spent, then there are no reinforcements left. The men's opinion is 0, and the CO's opinion is also 0 at the start of the game for Karl, and his own outlook is a 2, and the 2 is relaxed. So he's fine with his order, his position and his troops. So now let's show you the attacking Soviets. Here is the attacking platoon from the 122nd Rifle Division. We have 4 15-man rifle squads, each with an LMG and a loader, and the junior leader also has a rifle, and then there are 12 additional riflemen. And we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these squads, and then we have a senior leader with pistol and a senior leader with rifle as well. So that's the attacking force. CO's opinion is also at 0 and man's opinion is at 0. But we keep no track of his own opinion, only on CO's and man's opinion. Because it's the same division, but for every game they have a fresh platoon. Yeah, situation report. The Soviets have to advance as quickly as possible towards Alakurtti and Salla, and then do a pincer move and get the river crossings to get to the better road and railway network in the inner part of Finland. So the Soviet platoon is the vanguard of the attack of the 122nd Rifle Division and have to capture this small village over there. Karl and his regular infantry platoon has to prevent this from happening with a delaying action on this map. So I placed the patrol markers for the Finns over there, and the Soviets have their patrol markers over here on this end. And now I roll for force morale. The blue one is for the Finns, the red for the Soviets. The blue means the Finns start at 10, and the Soviets, because they are green, they start at an 8. And then I have to roll 2 dice for support for the Soviets, and they have 9 points of support. Yeah, I placed the jump off points. The Finns got 1 over here, 1 here behind the fence, and 1 over there behind the logs and inside the wood. And for the Soviets we have 1 over here on that board edge, 1 here inside the woods, and another one is over here near the starting edge. Yeah, I took my support, but I keep it secret from you. And yeah, let's start the game with the first Soviet phase. And they have 2, a 3, a 4 and a 6. Brought in one of the support choices, T26, over here on Overwatch with the 3. And over there brought in 1 infantry section, and they went tactical. That was it for the Soviets. And now first a Finnish phase. And they have 1 3, 3 4s and a 6. Yeah, then the Finns will pass, and the Soviets have the next phase. And they have a 1, a 3, a 4 and a 6. Yeah, brought in a light mortar team over here and the second senior leader over here. And he will order this infantry section to move 3d6 here around the corner of this wooden place. Let's see how far they get. And they get 11 inches. And then with the next 3 I will bring in a second section. Here they are. There's the point of shock. Here's the second infantry section. They went tactical, and the 4 for the senior leader and the 1 for the light mortar. That was the Soviet phase. And now it's time to roll the next command dice for the Finns. Oh, we have a 6, which is nothing. A 4, 2 2s and a 3. Yeah, well, let's try to bring in 1 infantry section with rifles. They come in, and then let's try to bring in 1 infantry section with an LMG. Also comes in. I think that's enough. Brought in the infantry section with LMG over there, and as they barely can see the helmets from the Soviets over here, I gave them hard cover. Yeah, and we are over 18 inches, so needing force to hit because the Soviets are green. 6 hits. And then over here, we have 2 rifles, and they are in long range, so needing 4s to hit. There's 1 hit. And the rest of the rifles is within 18 inch, so needing 3s to hit. So, and for these, the Soviets have soft cover, and for the 6 over there they have hard cover. So the green ones are for soft cover, and the red ones are for hard cover. And there's only 1 section, so let's find out. Okay, we have for hard cover 2 dead, 1 point of shock, and for soft cover we have 1 point of shock and 2 dead. So that is 4 killed. So let's find out if it's the junior leader. Yes. What happens to him? He's knocked unconscious. So we only have 3 kills and 2 points of shock. How did the Soviets like that the junior leader was hit? That's a -1 on their force morale. Yeah, I removed some casualties, knocked the junior leader over and gave the unit 2 shock markers. And now let's see what the Soviets can do. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, I placed the orders, and first of all I will use the tank, and he will move up 3d6. And that's 10 inches. Then the mortar will fire straight into the Finns over there behind the fence, as they can't see them by themselves, needing 5s. 2 hits. So we have 1 hit on the rifle section, it's a point of shock, and we have 1 hit on the section with the SMG in it, another point of shock. Then the senior leader will order them up, 2d6 into the woods, but not past them, 7 inch. He will go with them, and then he will order them to go tactical. And if he is within 4 inch after the movement, then he will also remove 1 point of shock. But I first have to move everything up, and then we will see if he can remove 1 point of shock. As the platoon sergeant now is within 4 inch, he removes 1 point of shock. Yeah, over there is the tank, and here are the Finns with their 2 pin markers. And next up, the Finnish command guys. And a single 6 is nothing, and then 2 sections. No, I think we just fire with the 2 sections. Yeah, I took the both sections which are on the table. This one they will shoot at them, and they will shoot at the same target. So I have 5 dice, needing 3s to hit. And then I have 2 dice from here, needing 4s to hit. And then I have 8 dice from here, also needing 4s to hit. 4s because the Soviets are green. So makes a total of 9 hits on the Soviets. And yeah, as they are in hard cover and they are only in soft cover, and we just take 9 hits on the guys in hard cover. Yeah. 9 dice looking for the Soviets want to have 1, 2, 4 and the Finns 5 and 6s. So we got 4 points of shock and 1 kill. Is it a leader? No. Here's the shock, and I removed also a casualty. And now it's time for the next Soviet phase. Well, they have 4 6s, which means they end the turn again, and I think it's also a random event. Yeah, with the 4 6s we got a random event for the Soviets, and that will be a 6. So they have discovered a catch of fine wine or vodka and get 1 point back on their force morale, which is quite good. Yeah, and then end of turn the junior leader gets up, tactical is removed, and then it's time to roll for the next Soviet phase. Now they have 2 5s, a 6 and a 2. Yeah, with the 2, this infantry section will fire at them. Yeah. And we are more than 18 inches apart, so needing 5s to hit. 2 hits. And the Finns are in soft cover, needing 1 dice for the rifle section, nothing, and 1 for the rifle section with SMG. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Oh, that was a short one. And now the Finns have the next phase. And they have 5, 2 2s, so they can open fire, but I think I used the 3 on the junior leader to remove the shock, and then the other 2 over there. Yeah, with the 3 I will remove 2 points of shock, and then this infantry section will fire over here, and as they are within 4 inch it can be split apart, and they are both in soft cover from their side. So we have 2 shots needing 4s and 5 shots needing 3s. So it's 2 and 2. And we take the red one for them in the woods. So we have 1 point of shock for the section here. And then over there we have 8 dice needing 4s to hit. And that's 5 hits. Taking the red dice. And red is for them in the woods, and both get hard cover. So we have a kill over here and a point of shock. Is it a leader? Yes. Which one? It's the big leader. Well, can he be seen? No, we take the 4 for a wounded junior leader, and then because the senior leader is right over here, and from that angle, no. So did the Soviets like it? Yeah, they don't care. So now he has a flesh wound and they get 1 point of shock. Here. Yeah, well, that was the shooting. Now it's time to get the Soviets going. They have a 6, a 5, a 3 and a 1. With the 1 and the 3 I build a 4. I remove here 1 point of shock. Order the mortar to fire into these guys. 2 hits. So 1 on the rifle team, nothing, and the rifle team with the SMG a point of shock. 1 point over here. And then we have 1 command initiative left, and then we will order them to fire at them, needing 5s to hit. Only 1 hit, and then the Finns will take it on the rifle section. Point of shock. That's not great. That's just not enough. Yeah, let's find out how it goes when the Finns get their dice. 3 5s and a 4. Brought in the leader over here. He will remove 2 points of shock, and then they will shoot at these chaps over here. And there are 2 dice, long range needing 4s. And then we have 5 more dice and 3s to hit. There's 1 hit and 5 more. 6 hits on the Soviets. Everyone is in soft cover. So red for the guys in the trees. So we have 2 more dead over here, 1 dead over here. Let's find out if it's a leader. No, no leader hit. So here 1 guy dies, and here 2 more go down. Yeah, that was that. Soviet phase. They have a double phase and a 3 and 1 point chain of command. So now they are on 4 chain of command points. And with the 3, they can move up the tank. Yeah, let's move up the tank. 12 inches. So moved up the tank. Still not in weapon range, but maybe soon. And the next Soviet phase. Oh, what do we have? Oh, that's quite handy. A 4, a 3 and a 1. With the dice I build a 4. He will remove 3 points of shock. Over here the junior leader will remove 1 point of shock. And then he will order his boys to fire at them. And the light mortar will fire as well. So let's find out. No mortar, but a lot of rifle fire. No, that's not a 5. So we have 7 hits. Yeah. Then the Finns take 4 on the larger group and 3 on the smaller group. 3 dice on the rifle group in the back. A dead and a shock. And 4 on the bigger group here in front. 2 dead and a shock. So let's find out if it's a leader. Yes. Oh, which one? it's the big leader, the second in command for this platoon, and he loses the command initiative. We'll remove one kill. Now we remove the kill from the smaller unit. And then how the Finns like that their leader is hit. A 2 for a senior leader wounded. His wound and the 2 resulted in -1 force morale for the Finns. And now we have a Finnish phase. They have a second phase and they have 2 1s. Well, let's take the section over here and just open fire. Yep. That's 2 rifles and 4. 2 rifles needing 4s to hit, both. And 4 rifles needing 3s to hit, 1. So let's spread them on the Soviets. 2 in the woods, having the red ones. So 1 kill outside the woods. Is it the leader? No. And 2 points of shock inside the woods. Let's figure out how that goes. And then we have 1 point chain of command, and let's roll the dice once more. They have a double phase and 2 more chain of command points, and a 3. With the 3, remove the shock over here and let the section fire. 2 dice needing 4s to hit, 1 hit. 4 dice needing 3s to hit, 4 hits in total. Yeah. And then, yeah, red dice for the guys in the trees. 1 dead over there. Is it the leader? No. Just another casualty. Yeah. And now the last phase for the Finns. As per our house rule, we only have 3 phases in a row. That's 6 is nothing, and then 3 2s and a 1. Build a 3 over here for the junior leader to fire. Over here, build a 4, and senior leader will remove 1 point of shock. And then they will start to fire the Soviets over here. 4 dice needing 3s, 4 hits, and 2 dice needing 4s, 1 hit. So, red is for the guys in the trees. Let's find out. So we have 1 kill each. Is it the leader? In the red squad it is. And which one? The junior leader. What happens to him? He loses a command. And did the Soviets like it? Yeah, they don't care. So we lose 1 guy over here and gain a wound for this junior leader. And then from there we have 8 dice needing 4s to hit. 4 hits. So it's 2 and 2. They are in hard cover. Oh, 1 point of shock for the guys outside the woods. Yeah. And the Soviet phase, they end the turn and have a senior leader. That's quite good for the Soviets. So maybe there is some action. in the near future. So we'll remove 2 points of shock here and 1 point of shock over there. And then, well, then it's time for the next phase. 2 4s, a 3 and a 5. Yeah, brought in the platoon leader over here, 1 infantry section over here. And now he has 3 commands left. He will order the mortar to fire. No hits. Then he will order them to fire. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. So needing 5s to hit, that's 4 hits. 2 for the rifle team, 2 points of shock, and 2 for the rifle team with an SMG. A dead and a shock. Is it the leader on the Finnish side? No. Well, that's easy. Then he will remove 3 points of shock over here. And then he will order them to move up 1d6 and then shoot with half effective against them. How far can they go? 6 inch. Yeah, then they will fire with 5 dice at the Finns over there, needing 4 to hit. 2 hits. The rifle team, a kill, and the other rifle team now without an SMG. Point of shock. Is it a leader? No. So we lose a guy and get a point of shock. And then here. Yeah, that was the Soviet phase. Now it's time for a Finnish phase. Yeah, with this great straight I rolled, the Finns are now at 7 points for chain of command. Yeah, well, and they just shoot. They are on the defensive, so they should make the best out of it. They will shoot on 2, and then we have a 4 for him to remove 2 points of shock, and then with the 3 he will remove 1 point of shock. Oh, and then I could bring in the sniper because he will shoot with the section at them. Yeah, that's cool. Then I will bring in the sniper as well. Brought in the sniper over there, and he will shoot at the Soviets here in the wooded area, and he hits. So let's find out. Nothing. That was easy. Then we have 6 shots from here into them. And as the Soviets have advanced, it's now 6 dice needing 3s to hit. 4 hits. They are in soft cover. Nothing. And then over there we have 4 rifles and the LMG. It makes a total of 8. And they will hit on 4s and also will shoot at them. 2 hits only. And Soft cover is 1 point of shock right now and nothing. Just 1 point of shock after all that shooting. Okay, and then we have one phase at least for the Soviets. They have a double phase and 2 threes. Yeah, as the Soviets have a double phase, with one of the threes I will move up the tank. And he goes 14 inches, and that's quite good. And on the other hand, they will shoot under command of the junior leader. And then we have 5 rifle and 6 for the LMG. Makes a total of 11 dice. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're needing 4s to hit. So, that's a lot. Now, that's 7. So putting 3 on the 2-man team over there. 2 dead. And then 4 on the bigger team for shock. Okay, let's find out if it is a leader. No. Yeah, place the shock markers, move the tank up, remove the casualties. And now I have to decide if this Finns want to roll for team wiped out or not. And I think they will roll for it. Team wiped out is a -1 on a 4. So the Finns are at force morale 8. Yeah, that was that. Now it's time for the second phase for the Soviets. And what do we get? A 5 and 3 4s. Okay, which means the tank can't activate. Yeah, what will I do with the 2 4s I can use? First of all, this senior leader will order this section to move 2d6. Well, towards this dice tray. 2 inch, nice. And then he will order himself up, so that he is within 9 inch of them, or in that direction, 6 inch. And then he will order them to fire. And on the other hand, the platoon leader will order the mortar to fire at the Finns there in the behind the fence. There is 1 hit. It's only 1 team left, so let's see, nothing. And then he will order the infantry to, as they moved, they didn't get out of that. Then the infantry will move 3d6 in that direction. And yeah, he will go with them. Will he go? No. And when the infantry is still in 9 inch of him, no, we will see. Let's see how far they go. They go 8 inches. So if they are still within 4 inch of him, after their movement he will remove 1 point of shock. Here is the infantry. He's still within 4, so he'll remove the shock. The infantry advanced slightly out of the wooded area. Here's the second senior leader, and he orders them to fire. 11 dice on the Finns over there. And needing force to hit. And that's 7 hits. Okay, that's 2 dead and 2 points of shock. Is it a leader? Yes. Which one? The senior leader. What happens to him? He's killed. So we only have 1 loss and we get 2 points of shock. And I think that breaks them. We have 3 guys. He's gone. 3 guys and 7 points of shock. So then we have a section. Breaks. How far do they go? 14 inches. And then we have team breaks. As a result, team breaks is a 3, and we have a junior leader killed, a senior leader killed on a 4. I will figure out how many minus this is, and then I'll be back for a finish phase. Yeah, the Finns are over there on the retreat, and the Finns are down to 5 points of force morale. The Soviets are still at 8. So let's find out how the Finns can respond. They have a double phase and the 5, and a 3 and a 2. Well, let's try it. With the 2 I brought in this section. They will open fire at these guys, and the Soviets can split it all over the place. And we have 4 rifles and 4 for the LMG. Brings up to a total of 8 dice. No, the Soviets will not interrupt. Will they interrupt? Yeah, they will interrupt with their tank. Yeah, for the tank we have 4 dice with the HE, needing force to hit, and the bonus is it reduces cover. Not in this part. We have 1 hit, and it's on the rifle team. But it's a kill, and it's not the leader. Take away 1 guy. That means the Finns only have 7 dice now on these, needing 3 to hit. 3 hits makes 1 hit for each Soviet unit. 1 here, nothing, behind the fence, point of shock, and behind the woods, nothing. We have 1 point of shock, and the Soviets have no dice left to do something. And then with the 3 we'll bring in another section. Brought in this section over here with the 3, and then the Pipisha is in weapon range, so needing 2 dice on 4, 2 hits. And then we have the rest is needing 3s. 4 more. So from their position, they can't be seen, and the Pipishar is not in range to them. So I split 3 and 3. So the 3 behind the fence, 2 dead, and the 3 behind the wood over here, 1 dead. Is it the leader? No. And behind the forest, is it the leader? No. So just 3 more riflemen down. And the next phase for the Finns. That's quite good. We have a 3, a 4, a 5 and a 6. Nice. Starting off here with the 3, and they will shoot at them. Needing force. So that's 5 hits. And from their position, yeah, every Soviet section is within range. So we take 2 for here, nothing. 2 behind the woods, 1 point of shock, and then 1 for them. A kill. And just what we want to avoid. And is it the leader? No. Take 1 point of shock here and lose another rifleman. So, and then over here the senior leader orders the infantry up 2d6 into the woods, 10 inches, and then he orders the infantry to open fire. So the infantry spread out on the edge of the wood, and then these guys will open up at them, needing 3 hits. That's 6 hits. So spread them evenly between the Soviet squads. Yeah. So we have these guys, they are in the open. There's 1 point of shock. And then behind the fence. 2 more dead. Is it the leader? Yes. Now what happens? He's knocked unconscious. So he's lying on the floor. 1 more dead. And then 2 hits on these guys in soft cover. 1 dead and a point of shock. And is it the leader? No. So then we have to roll bad things happen for them. Well, they don't care. Yeah. That was the Finnish phase. Yeah, then I have to take the dice and just roll them for the Soviets. They have a double phase, a 5 and a 2. Yeah, well, with the 2, the Soviets will just shoot. But I think it's time for the Finns to interrupt this. Yeah. So we take the dice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dice. And 2 more. 2 hitting on 4. Both hit. And the rest needing 3s. 2 misses. So, and then that's 8 hits, and everything should go on the open ones. So we only have these chaps as available target. So 8 dice, 4 points of shock. And then the Soviets will shoot at the Finns. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Makes it 3, and the LMG 6 makes 9 dice. Do we have here 8? Just repeat 1. 3 hits on the Finns. Yeah. 4 hits on the Finns. So 2 on the rifle team, 2 points of shock, and 2 on the rifle team with the Pipisha, 2 dead. Is it the leader? No. Yeah, and then we roll the next Soviet phase. 2 or 3 and 2 5s. Now the Soviets have 3 points chain of command. And then, yeah, remove. No. The tank will shoot again. 4 dice, 4 hits on the Finns, 2 on the rifle team, a dead and a shock, and 2 on the MG team, a dead and a shock. Is it the leader? No. Just 2 more dead. And 2 points of shock. 1 shock and 1 shock. Here goes 1 and here. And then with the 2 they will shoot just again at the Finns. There, and what did I say? 9 dice, I think. Yep. And then open fire, needing 4s. Only 2 hits. 1 on the SMG team, point of shock, and 1 on the rifle team. Another point of shock. So the Finns have gained a lot of shock in this shooting, or in the double phase for the Soviets, and take a lot of other casualties. Yeah. But I think the Finns have to do 1 more round at least. And they have a double phase with end of turn and yeah, a senior leader and a section. Not what we want, but yeah, let's find out. First of all, with the 2, and they will open fire at the Soviets in the open again. And we have 2 with the PPSha, needing 4s, that's 1 hit. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rifles. -1 makes it 6 rifles, needing 3s. And that's 4 more. A total of 5 hits, and they are the only in the open, so they take the entirety of the hits. And they take 3 points of shock. 3 points of shock and 2 casualties. Is a casualty on the leader? Yes. What happens to him? He's knocked unconscious. Oh no, it's the small leader. And what happens to him? He loses a wound, so he dies. Then we have 1 casualty. So, that's that. Junior leader killed. So 4, that's probably not that what the Soviets want. Then he orders them to fire at this infantry team. And he has 4 for the LMG and 2 rifles. Needing 4s to hit. 4s? Wait. No, it's 3s to hit, so it's 5 hits. And the Soviets have to, spread them. So we take 2 here. Yeah, 2 here. 1 point of shock. Then we have 1 behind the fence, nothing, and 2 behind the woods, 2 dead. Is it the leader? No. Just 2 more down over here. And then the leader will run around the corner and try to catch up with the guys behind. Yeah, they're on the road. And he makes it easily. As he approaches there, he removes 1 point of shock, which means I have now 4 guys with 6 points of shock. So now the turn ends. He will get up, and they will not rout right now. And then we have the next phase for the Finns. And they have another double phase. 1, a 3, and a 4. Yeah, with the 1, the sniper could fire. The 4, he can remove 2 more points of shock. And over here they can fire. Nice. Starting with the sniper, he will fire at these guys. No. That's a sniper done. He will remove 1 point of shock, will he? Yeah, better removing shock right now. And then we have still 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rifles. Needing 3s to hit. Only 2. And 2 for the PPSha to hit on a 4. 2 more. So 4 hits on the Soviets in the open. And they gain 4 more points of shock. So, and then over here, he will remove 2 points of shock. Then he will order them to fire at the cluster of Soviets over here. And then we have 8 dice for the Finns. needing force to hit. 4 hits. Spread them between. They take 1, nothing, and they take 1, nothing, and they take 2. At that and a point of shock. Is it the leader? No. So 1 more Soviet down, and they get an additional point of shock. Yeah, and then we have the last phase for the Finns. Because as our house rule, you only can have 3 double phases in a row. Yeah, what do we have? 3 fours, a 6 and a 2. Yeah, over here, Karl is busy. He will order them to fire. Then he will move 3d6 in this direction and order them to fire if he can. Yeah, and they will shoot at them. So let's get rid of the Soviets, at least in this game. Yeah. Yeah, he's within 9 inch, so he can order them to fire. Needing force to hit, 3 hits, 1 hit on every Soviet section. So the ones in front of the woods, nothing. Behind the fence, a kill. And behind the woods, nothing. So, is the kill a leader? Of course it is. And what happens to him? He's killed. So we have a junior leader killed over here. That's a bad thing happened for the Soviets. Let's find out how they like it. -1 for junior leader killed. And then they will open fire. 2 dice needing force to hit for the PP Shah, 2 hits. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more rifles needing 3s to hit. No, that's a lot. That's 7 hits on these guys. 7 hits. 7 hits. And 3 dead and 1 shock. Is it a leader? No. Just 3 more down. 1 shock. And now let's move Karl. Karl has to at least get to, I think, here. That's 10 inches. Yeah, Karl made it over there. And then we have 2 rifles and 4 for the LMG. Firing here at the Soviets. But, let's find out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they are pinned. They are pinned right now. So the Finns will fire just into this cluster of Soviets, needing force to hit. 3 hits. 1 for every thing. So we have 1, the pinned unit, nothing. The unit behind the fence, a pin. a shock, and the unit behind the forest or wood, nothing. So they have also gained a shock, so they are pinned as well. Yeah, and then I have to clean up the table and see if the Soviets want to go a step further or if they want to leave it as it is. With the junior leader killed, the Soviets are now at force morale 5, as are the Finns, and I think the Soviets will not throw their dice. The reason is the Finns do not get any additional guys back, and that's great. And the 2 units over there are pinned, so they can't do anything. So it's probably a good idea to just rally the troops and do the second attack more or less in on this table again. Just take a new platoon and attack. So withdrawing for the Soviets, they have lost the game. So just roll for the commanding, the CO's opinion, and it's a 4. It's a decreased by 1. So they are here. And then men's opinion. If you lost more dead than the enemy, yes. It's a 4. It's a -1. So if you lost an NCO killed, 2 of them, three and a 4. Makes 2 additional -1s. 5 or more dead, an additional 3, another -1. So we have -4 on men's opinion for the Soviets, and CO's opinion is -1 right now. So let's roll some dice for the Finns. First of all, the Finns take 12 casualties, so 6 are out of the game, 3 miss the next game, and 3 will return. And then we have to roll for replacement. And a senior NCO will senior NCO joins the platoon. So he's back, more or less. And then we have won the game. So it's a 5, increased by 2. CO's opinion. So if you lost more, no. If you lost fewer, then, so we have lost fewer men than the enemy. It's a 6, increases by 1. So by 1, no NCO killed. If you lost heavy casualties, yeah, I have to roll for that as well. A 1, no, decreases by 1, so negates that one. So man's opinion is, yeah, unchanged, as I see it right now, and CO's opinion is +2. Now I have to roll for Carl on his personal outlook. So we won the game. After each victory, roll a dice, and we have a 5. It moves up vertical 1 space on the table. So he's cheerful and no longer relaxed. So Carl is cheerful. His man opinions is okay, but he lost a lot of dudes. So that was the first game of the campaign, which my Patreons have wanted that I play it. So I asked them on Patreon if they would me to play a winterwar campaign. Yeah, so I did. Carl over there is Dennis Frank. He wants to be the leader of the Finnish force. And yeah, if you also want to be a leader, become a Patreon of our channel. There you get early access to our videos, to most of them, and you also yeah, can be part of the community, get Discord, and yeah, can help out the channel to grow and have a little bit of influence on our games. Yeah, as I do this in 2 languages, this was the English first game. I also do one in German, which probably might end up in a different direction. But for the next game, we took the jump off points as they are now. So I marked the places where they are, and we start the next game on this table with the same jump off points. So no additional patrol phase for game number 2. Oh, thanks for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe to the channel if you don't have it already. Thanks for watching. Bye.